Hello friends, welcome back to my channel MEO Exam. So friends, in this video we'll see the procedures that we use for doing bunkering on board ship. So let's begin with this video. So safe bunker is a responsibility of chief engineer, but the accountability still lies with the vessel's command, that is with the master. The fourth engineer shall receive bunker under the direction of chief engineer, or chief engineer may assign a competent person to fourth engineer to assist him. An engineer officer is required on deck, preferably at manifold at all the times, so that he can take immediate and effective action as necessary. The bunker manifold should be continuously manned at all the time during bunkering operation. The duty officer must check mooring conditions periodically and also maintain the watch on deck during bunkering operations. All the vessels should have on board dip sampler for drawing marble samples. All persons involved in bunkering operations should be briefed on bunkering duties at pre-bunker meeting, which is conducted 48 hours prior scheduled bunker. The oil transfer procedures and checklist are to be completed prior, during and completion of bunkering. The persons involved in bunkering operations should be briefed on hazards which are associated with hydrogen sulfide gas and the benzene gas. So prior bunkering we have to do some checks. So let's see what all things we have to do prior bunkering. See, bunkering checklist must be strictly complied with at all times. Engineer which is in charge of receiving bunkering should be fully aware of the oil transfer pipelines and procedures. After after the bunkering is confirmed, then he should prepare the plan, that is the fourth engineer and the chief engineer together should prepare the bunker plan and make a note on the quantity oil quantity to be filled in each tank, and the sequence in which the tanks are to be filled. In general, the tanks should not be a more than 90% of their full capacity, and the last tank should not be should not exceed 85% of the full capacity. Local regulations should also be taken into consideration, like in Japan ports, the tank cannot be filled more than 80 to 85% of their full capacity. Ensure that the bunker line has been pressure tested at least the last 6 months. In general, the requirement is to pressure test bunker line at 1.25 times the working pressure, but as per USCG, it should be pressure tested at 1.5 times the working pressure. Prior bunkering, all the overfill alarms of all the tanks should be tested, and special attention should be given to filling of all those tanks which does not have this overfill alarm. All the fuel sounding and air pipe save oil trays are to be clean, dry and plugged. In case the fuel transfer is taking place at night, then at that then proper illumination should be provided at manifold area, and hand torch may be used to see the overside during bunkering operation. We have to check all the pressure gauges should be in operative condition. All the scrubbers and the deck openings are to be closed. Check around the vessel for any oil sheen or the oil patches, and if you see any, then you have to inform the port authorities prior commencing the bunkering operation and make a log entry for that. So to avoid delay during starting of the bunkering operation, we have to arrange the tools and the spare gaskets at a spot near the manifold. Then we have to bring the dip tray underneath the flange connection. We have to bring all the soap up equipments, mainly the sawdust, cotton waste, rags, booms, oil spill dispersant, then portable fire extinguishers. Then we have to get the good sounding tape or and the torch and the sounding table for taking sounding during bunkering operations. On board tankers and the gas carriers, we have to use all those things which are non-sparking. We have to rig the Wilden pump on the uh, vent of the overflow tank and put the discharge of the Wilden pump onto 200-liter drum. Then for the communication purpose, we have to keep the walkie-talkies at the wall control stations in engine room and the vicinity of the hose connection on deck. System of communication between the engine room, vessel bunkering station and the shore pumping installations or the barge is to be tested, and cause of action for the emergency stop in the event of spills to be understood by those who are concerned with the operation. Friends, this point is very important. Accuracy of gauging system should be verified by comparing with the manual sounding prior and during the bunkering operation with the gauge readings. So basically these gauges are provided for the help, but we should not fully rely on them. We should take manual soundings frequently. We have to check the supporting condition of the supplier's hose, that it should be in good condition, and check the tightness of the flange connection. This we can also ask for the pressure test certificate for the hose from the supplier. No smoking on deck playguard should be prominently placed and notified to the crew, and designated smoking area should be identified and should be told to the crew that they can smoke in that designated smoking area only. VHF and AIS equipment should be switched to low power. In case the oil transfer from the barge, we have to secure the oil barge alongside, locate oil barge suitably, and prepare ladder so that fourth engineer can go down and take sounding. Check bunker manifold connections that are not in use, that is on the other side. Suppose if we are taking bunker on the port side, then we have to check the flange connection on the starboard side, that they are secure in place with all the bolts. Then the deck officer will raise B flag, and if bunker is taking place at night, he can switch on the red lamp on the ship's mast. No welding or the gas cutting operations to be done at any part of the vessel while bunker is in progress. Ensure all valves on the bunker line tanks are free to operate, and quick closing valves are functional from remote locations. Sound suppliers barge shore tanks before commencement of the transfer. Check the temperature of the fuel tanks for any corrections to be applied. Chief engineer is to agree the following with the supplier's reasonable person, that is when the supplier's representative comes on board, then the chief engineer should check the specifications of the fuel and filling temperature. Then the sequence of transfer, that is when which oil, the diesel oil or the fuel oil, which oil he is going to transfer first. Then the loading rate for the initial startup, bulk loading and topping up should be determined and noted down in the checklist. Loading rate should be checked frequently during bunkering, and it should not exceed the rate which we have mentioned in the checklist. Primary and secondary emergency stop procedures should be discussed. Procedure in case of emergency should be discussed with the supplier, and the stop function is to be tested prior bunkering. Confirm every item on the supplier's bunker requisition form or the declaration of inspection signed by both the supplier and the chief engineer are correctly filled. Vessel should request for product MSDS. Any specific local regulations or the harbor authorities like the USCG are complied with. Overflow arrangement, that is the overflow overflow tank will have a overflow pipe, and that pipe will have an alarm, so that alarm is to be tested, and that overflow pipe will also have a side glass, so that side glass is to be cleaned to check for the any overflow which is taking to the overflow tank. We have to ensure that the screw plugs in the spill tray of the fuel oil tanks in the engine room are in place and trays are empty. The automatic self-closing cocks in the engine room for the fuel oil tanks should be in good working condition and should be fully closed when not in use. Ship fitted with the common overflow systems, loading on the overflow or the spill tanks in engine room, they should be fully empty. The full bunker pipeline layout should be checked, and only walls that are required for the bunkering plan are to be kept open, and the rest all other walls should be closed or shut. No internal transfer should be carried out during bunkering operation. Now that all things were to be done prior bunkering, now let's see what all things we have to do during bunkering. So during bunkering operations, we have to check all the tanks where the bunker are to be taken, have their air pipe or the vents open, and we have to check whether the air is coming from the air vent. That will confirm that the oil is going in that particular tank. Once hose is connected and documentation completed, chief engineer is to ask the responsible person from the supplier to start the bunker. At the start, we have to note down the time. The bunker will start at slower rate. Then we have to check the hose connection and the sea surface around, that any kind of oil is not going out. We have to check that no leak at the bunker flange or at the pressure gauge connection or the pipeline. Then after all the checks are done, then we open the uh, drip uh, drip wall for the at the manifold for collecting the sample. Then after some time we have to attend the steady transfer rate and keep an eye on the line pressure, and we should not exceed the working pressure of the line. Bunker tank sounding must be regularly monitored. Sounding interval of the tanks which are receiving bunker should not be more than 30 minutes, and the tanks which are not receiving the bunker should be sounded not exceeding 1 hour. Sounding of these tanks is also important, in which the bunker is not taking place, because if the walls are not only holding, then the oil may go into these tanks and may overflow. Adjust filling rate and change filling tanks as per planned. Filling walls of the next tank in sequence of filling should be opened before the walls of the tanks being filled are closed. Check the complete tanks after shutting off the wall to confirm that the filling has actually stopped and no further oil is going inside. We have to maintain the vessel upright at all time. At final stage, we have to reduce the transfer rate. Extra care must be taken to avoid over pressurizing the hose connection by closing too many valves against the shore pressure. As the topping up stage approaches, the flow of the tank in valves should be regulated and sounding monitored continuously, so that careful attention is paid to securing one tank at a time. Now let's see what we have to do after bunkering. Confirm when the bunker barge has stopped the bunker operation. Before the line is blown through by compressed air, ensure sufficient space remains in the tank into which the line is to be drained. The vessel's manifold wall must be fully open until the blowing is completed, and sounding pipe caps should be closed before the lines are blown. Confirm air blow to filling pipelines, and after that, after blow through is complete, we have to record the time for the completion of the bunker. Then we have to bring down the flag B or put off the red light from on the ship's mast. Confirm the filling wall is shut. Then after that we have to take the sounding of all the tanks and confirm the quantity of the received bunker by taking into consideration the trim list and the temperature correction. Then we have to check the ship's tank for any water after bunkering. Then we have to check the soundings, flow meter readings of the supplier's barge or the shore tanks, and reconfirm quantity supplied. An empty oil tray is placed under the hose connection so that during disconnection the oil does not spill out. After the hose is disconnected, we have to put the blank flange back in place and put all the bolts. After that, we have to check the tank measurement or the all the calculations and check the bunker delivery note. Then we have to record this bunkering operation into the oil record book with the time, date, quantity, and the type of fuel bunkered and the sulfur content. For stability purpose, it may be necessary to top up bunker double bottom tanks prior proceeding at sea. So this was the procedure that we have to follow for bunkering on board ship. So hope you have enjoyed the video, friends. Thank you. Take care. Have fun.